Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Excuse me. I'm glad to have you here. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Big news today is that Reddit IPO today, and it looks like it just started trading. We are going to be looking at that in a moment. Really as well, the Fed kept the rates unchanged. The market liked it. The market shot up. We got more confirmation of the market still shooting up today. We went from a confirmed down call to a confirmed up call in just a couple of days. And for anybody out there who's saying that, well, the VectorVest system doesn't work, well, it did what it was supposed to do. But it was interesting that the confirmed call hit before the DEW, which is not normally the way it goes, but it did, which goes to show a little bit of the weakness behind the confirmed down call, but it turned back up. The Fed's information or the Fed's conference pushed the market higher, and the market's still going. I don't know how sustainable it is, but you know something, it goes outside of what I think. The Fed is the guy that's got to push the button and make all of the changes. And he still put out there that we're going to get 3 Fed cuts this year. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I see one possibly. I don't know if I see a second one. But if I had to call it, I would call a cut in October and a cut in December. Not in November, because that would be the election month. I don't think he would cut during that time. I think he wouldn't cut again until December. We'll see. Janice, Broadcom is a stock that we will be looking at today because of the big move up. And just to let you know, I do have a special guest today. And before I even go into all my stuff that I normally do, I'm going to bring my special guest up. For those of you who are brand new to options or would like to learn more about options, my guest that's going to be coming up was going to talk about a course that or a webinar that's coming up called the Options Jumpstarter course. So before anybody decides to run and head for the hills, before we get into Reddit, I want you to understand that just like a jump start, this is a good way to get your feet in the water when it comes down to options from a very simplistic standpoint. So with that being said, my guest today is Jim Penna, who is the manager of retirement, and he's going to be talking about a free webcast that's going to come up starting next week, talking about the Options Jumpstarter course. So, Jim, glad to have you here, my friend.
Hi, Glenn. Good as always to be here. Thanks for having me, and welcome to all of the huge turnout for Glenn's webcast or presentations here. Great to be here, and thanks for having me.
You got it, buddy.
Glenn.
So talk to people. Let them know who you are, what you do, and then talk a little bit about the free webcast. Yeah. And it's free webcasts that are coming up starting next week.
Yes, that's important. It is free. And so just a quick foundation of what we're doing. So next week, and just to give you the dates, now I don't, in VectorVest, and you'll get emails, keep your eye out. You're going to be invited to this free presentation next week. It's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. It's going to be, I think, noon, and then at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, and then again noon on Wednesday. And what we're going to do, our colleague, Mr. Brian D'Amico, will be presenter there, and I'm on with him to talk a little bit about options. And it is, the name of the presentation is A Beginner's Guide to Profitable Options Trading. So really it is best designed for those who are brand new to options or have tried them in the past and maybe struggled with the concept in the past. And we're going to walk you through a really good process to understand. And what we really start at is buying calls to profit in an uptrending market, buying puts to profit in a downtrending market, and then we'll offer some other resources. But the great thing about it is if you're new or if you've had trouble in the past, this presentation is for you, because I listen. speak for myself. I think I speak for my colleagues as well. I believe it's an important part of your overall investing toolbox to be able to understand the power of leverage. Options, the versatility and flexibility of options is endless. And if you're new to it and you usually, raise your hands and roll your eyes and say, options are not for me, join us next Tuesday and Wednesday, because I think you'll see you'll have a different look on that perspective. So that's really what we're doing. It's an important part of your portfolio, especially when you start taking it to a level of selling covered calls to generate income, buying put options as protection. We've been on a great run in the market. This is what I tell folks, because as Glenn said, I'm sorry to introduce myself to people who might be new. I am the manager of retirement services. Again, I've been here for, I don't know, I think it's going on 16 or 17 years now. And I believe it's a very important part of building and managing, whether it's just an option portfolio or your retirement portfolio, the ability to protect and preserve your capital by the power of protected puts and covered calls. So whether you are trading to profit in an up or down market, whether you're looking for a way to protect your net worth, hopefully everyone is pretty close to fully invested. And yeah, Glenn, that whipsaw and the confirmed down now, and all the time I've been here, I know we see whipsaws and it happens. There's just no way around it.
Right.
But I can't remember seeing a 2-day confirmed call whipsaw. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but that was a quick one.
I agree. Totally.
Yeah. But interesting stuff and a great time to add that. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, keep an eye out for an invitation. I'm sure you'll get it via email. It'll be on the homepage for events that are coming up. And Brian and I would really look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Well, I was going to have Joey put you up by himself, but what I am going to do is I am going to bring up the link that they can go to so that they can sign up for the free webinar. It's a free, and it's huge,
good.
folks,
Yeah,
is that
good,
it's free. Joey, can I do it now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me go bring that up. I need the mouse, though. Can I take a mouse back?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sorry, I don't know where I click. All right, you can have it back. So, Joey's going to put, there it is. It's up there. It's the Options Jump Starter. Options Jump Starters, a beginner's guide to profitable options trading. Joey's going to put the link into the chat for you guys. And I saw a lot of people left. I knew that. As soon as people start talking about options, people run away with their heads hung deep in their hands. But folks,
it's a mistake.
It's a big mistake. It's a big mistake. But Joey put the link in there. I need everybody right now. All right, do me a favor. I need everybody to click on the link that Joey put in there and at least register. Show Jim some love. Register. Just give him about 45 minutes of your time. All right? 45 minutes to an hour of your time. And if you look here.
And one more quick point, Glenn.
Yep.
If you register and you can't make the live version, just by registering, we will get a replay of it out to you. So even if you can't make the live version.
Just look at this. What the important terms are. The best time to place an option trade. How to increase your probability of success. And the 5-step option profit system. Folks, Lifestyle said it's a wrong link. Joey, did you put in the wrong link? Could have been. Joey could have put in the wrong link. Let me see. Sigh. Copy. This is why Joey needs me. This is just why Joey needs me. There's the link. I don't know what Joey said, but there's the link. All right. Yeah, I know, Janice. I know Lifestyle. And now you got the right link. Wow. Joey, you want to step on and apologize to VV Nation for that? I'm just curious if you wanted to do that.
I copied the link you gave me, so that's what I posted in there. What you posted in my chat.
Hey, Joey, is this what you have to put up every week?
Week in and week out.
Wow, really, Jim?
Full-time job, man.
Really? All right. Well, anyway, you guys got the link. I need everybody to click on that link for me right now. please do that, and just sign up for one of the days. Sign up for one of the days. It is a free. Thank you, Mimi. It is a free webcast. If you want to learn about options, by all means, just go. Just listen, and just listen with an open mind. Just listen with an open mind. All right, Jim, anything? James says, is options better, easier to trade than stocks? And I'm going to step up real quick, and I'm going to say, at least with playing an option, you are limited in the amount of money that you can make, big time, limited to the amount of money you can lose in an option rather than playing a stock. And when you sell, you're limited to the amount of money you can make, but that's your money. So I've always felt that options, one, your leverage, you can play a lot more. You can use a lot less of your money to control the same amount of shares as buying a stock. And you're limited in how much you can lose. So, Jim, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, just a quick note. Whether it's easier or harder, that's a tough question to answer. But to that point, what we'll never try to tell you should trade options instead of stocks. Right. That's never part of what we're trying to convey. It's just one more tool in the toolbox to allow you. What Glenn is talking about is leverage, right? You're putting up less money to make much higher percent returns using the power of buying puts or calls. But listen, let me put it this way. It's easier than a lot of people think it might be when we talk about just adding it as that extra piece of ammunition to be able to grow and protect your portfolio. We're not trying to replace trading stocks by any stretch of the imagination.
All right.
That's it.
Jim, you are always welcomed here. Anything I can ever do on the platform to help you, I will. So I'm always glad to have you. You know that you're welcome here whenever you want. If you ever just want to do an options talk here, just answering questions, by all means, I'd love for you to come on just to talk to VV Nation with their options questions.
I would love to. I think I'd enjoy sitting in with you. So we'll set that up for the future.
You got it, buddy. All right, everybody, type a 1 in the room to at least let Jim know it was worth your time to just listen to him. Take the time. He's a busy dude, to take the time out of his busy day to come talk to you guys. Put the 1s up in the room. Once again, Jim, thank you very much for being here. From this point, Jim is going to go, unless he's got something to say. I was looking at your face. Huh? You got it. All right, and we're going to continue on with Trending Thursday, going through what's going on in the market. All right, I love it when Jim or when Ron comes by, especially when it comes down to options, because they're some of the best people that I know that trade options. So for everyone who registered, thank you very much. It's a great way to show Jim some appreciation, and just to have you come by and listen to him about 45 minutes to an hour. I just closed out of my app. Long call, says John. Did you make money on that? What's the rest of that? Joey pinned it. Wow, it made 350%. Dang, it wasn't Joey's hot picks, but anyway, y'all just still like pushing my buttons. So, all right. With that being said, let's talk about what news is moving the market. As you can see on the home screen, we got 2 green lights today in the color guard on price and on the BSR. Market's still running. The Fed talked, and that was that. Joey, what do I need to do to get to where I need? Do I just go to videos, web stories? There we go. All right. I can click it. All right. So with that, U.S. stocks rise on Fed rate cut cheer. Soft landing hopes rise. You know me. I've given you my insight on the cut scenario, and it's all data driven. I just, before he starts to cut, let's go see if inflation is truly coming down. That's going to be the important part, because if he cuts too soon, we're going to be in a bunch of doo-doo, and that's not going to be a good thing. Now, talking about inflation, oil steadies near 81 as the stronger dollar hampers crude's rally. I still think that a lot of things are going on from a crude oil perspective. The The shortage of oil starting to come in from OPEC because of the cuts. The supply issue going around the Horn of Africa outside of going through the Red Sea. So put those two things together. I think oil still has some more upside, but we'll see. Next story. This is another big story. Micron hit new highs as AI demand powers strong forecasts. You notice that a lot of the stocks, the tech stocks, are moving up. And what's the main reason why? AI. AI is it. Isn't it the idea to build wealth? Isn't it the idea to build this company stock? Just seems like they're making volatile for no reason. What stock are you talking about, Racer X? What's wrong with folks making money? Oh, and G and growth. What stock are you all talking about? Goodness gracious. Y'all are just talking amongst yourselves, and I don't even know what y'all talking about. Sigh. Anyway, Micron, big move to the upside. It's in my list today. Reddit just started trading within the last hour or so. Reddit shares indicated to open up to 53% above IPO price. VectorVest does have the stock, but it started today, so I can only look at intraday data on it. So we're hot on it. Reddit was a big stock that was going to IPO. We got it on the day of IPO in the database, but because we don't have any other data than today, it's only looking at today's move so far. I'm writing down some of these stocks you want me to look at. The link worked for me. There you go, Robert. The second link that I put up is the link that's the right link. Joey did send a link that I sent to him, but I think he needed to send it a different way. I don't know. Anyway, he will never take blame for anything. He doesn't. He just won't. Akshaya says doesn't have Reddit chart. They need to be faster. Akshaya, just like the whole idea of the news that you see compared to the news that I see, Reddit is in there. What did you just hear me say about the Reddit chart, Akshaya? Akshaya, I said that Reddit could only be looked at intraday because it just went in today, and that's it. So the chart's there. I'm just saying, you need to stop picking out the things that you don't, all of the ghost things that you think are there, that ain't there. Reddit's in the database. All right. I'm just telling you, Reddit is in the database, but it's because it's just today. It can only be looked at in intraday. So we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to put out, well, hold on. How about I do this right now? How many of you are willing to go buy some Reddit shares? Type of 1. If you're not thinking about buying Reddit because it's going to be a big meme spot, type of 2. I'm very curious to know. No, my blood pressure's fine. How many of you, Akshaya, Glenn's got his timeout voice on. Listen, Akshaya's just, I met Akshaya. So all I'm saying is that he says, Reddit's not in there. We got to be faster. Pfft, we're there. It's there. That's it. You don't see Reddit for some reason, maybe something wrong. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. How about that, Akshaya? A lot of people saying no. Glenn, why can't we see the data before Reddit started to trade? The data was there and it was flat. I looked at it from beginning this morning. The data was flat because it hadn't traded yet. It has only started trading within the last hour. Linda said she found Reddit. I don't know where Akshaya is looking. I don't know, but it's there. It's there. All right, so I'm just curious to see how many people were or were not going to be buying into Reddit. Reddit shows in my Schwab account, Dan. All right, so again, we were on it. We are getting better and better at putting in stocks as they IPO. So James says, I must have missed the 3-cut statement. He said it, sort of, kind of. But you know what else he said? He said that we were going to get to the 2%. We were going to get to his 2% in 2026. That was very interesting. 2026. All right. Another stock that just IPO'd, Astera Labs soars as investors receive latest chip IPO. This stock is in the database as well. I'm loving that we are jumping on. And look at this. The stock went up 73% on Wednesday. Good, googly muggly. So we're going to look at that stock. CVS declares a 66% dividend, a 66 cent dividend. Dividends are always good to draw people into the stock. CVS is a good, strong company, but putting a dividend behind it, it's telling me something. Probably it could be going down, and this is a way to draw more people in, or they're just doing well and they raise the dividend. We'll see. All right. Next one, Broadcom. Somebody talked to me about Broadcom. Rises on its latest. What's the main theme here? AI, infrastructure, innovations. We did talk about this between Ryan and I about Broadcom prior to earnings. It didn't turn out quite the way we expected, but it could have some more upside going forward. How many of you have heard me say, type of one in the room, how many of you have heard me say that Airbus is a great alternative to Boeing, with Boeing going through what it's going through? Type of one in the room. As soon as the Boeing stuff hit, I jumped out and quickly, very, very quickly started to pushing you towards Airbus as a beneficiary to the woes that were going on with Boeing. And man, Glenn, do you recommend cherry picking? Absolutely. A lot of the stocks that I give you, lifestyle, that I give you as fish, I cherry pick for you. A lot of the stocks that I give you as fish on a weekly basis, I cherry pick for you. All right, so Airbus wins big jet orders from 2 Asian customers of rival Boeing. Boeing's going to keep going through some stuff, and as long as they keep going through, they're going to need to buy planes from somebody. Airbus is a good way. This is a feel-good story for me. Target doling out excess income to salaried employees. Why is this a big story for me? Because I like Walmart. I like what Walmart is doing for their people to get them more active into buying the stock, the whole 9 yards, and taking care of them. Target, not nearly as big as Walmart, is probably seeing what Walmart is doing to bring up morale. I like this story. Target doling out excess income to salaried employees. That's another stock that's on my list today. What's the Airbus symbol? Jeff, I'm going to give that to you in a second. And one last story. Hold on. I need to laugh at this. You guys know how I feel about crypto. Unlike Ryan, Ryan likes crypto a lot more. There you go. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Fitz. A lot of people know how I feel about crypto. I don't like it, but I give you the opportunities to make money when it's moving. Coinbase bets big on Dogecoin. How many of y'all think that that's a mistake? Type of one. How many of you think that this is a good thing for Coinbase? Type of two. All right. That is a speculative play, has been. But how many of you think that this is a big mistake for Coinbase? Type of one. How many of you think that this could be good for Coinbase? Type of two. All right. I still think that there's a lot of things wrong with crypto overall. All right. But it is what it is. Please use different numbers for each response you want. I did use different numbers. I said a type of one or a two. And then if I want to differentiate between the next question, I'll say type of yes or a no. So I do differentiate. Bill says Dogecoin highly speculative. Yup. There you go. Absolutely. It is. All right. Fitz says don't know, don't care. And I think that the majority of our channel, for the most part, don't care about crypto. We put the videos out. You guys don't seem to really want to hear much about crypto, but it's news. So because it's news, I want to put it out there so that some of you who are, playing crypto, that you know what's going on. And for those who don't like it, that's fine. There was just a few seconds of talking about crypto, which I don't like anyway, but it is news. All right. So now from that perspective, let's get into the software. Which one do I want? And let's start taking a look at some stuff. All right. I'm good, right, Joey? Okay, there you go. Here's the market. Last 3 days, no wicks at the top of the candles. A little wick at the top of the candle today. But look at the downtrends. Look at the divergences that I had on our indicators. With the most recent data, we are breaking through those downward divergences, with the exception of RT. Right at 1. So the market still is flat. Hey, Glenn, RDDT is not available. Yeah. I'm going to get to that in a second. It is there. It is there. It is there. Kathy says, I don't like trading crypto. Glenn, did you ever hear Buffett's opinion on crypto? He wouldn't touch it. A lot of people won't touch it. but that doesn't make it bad. I'm not touching it. But when the opportunities arise and I get an opportunity to make some money, I will. And then I will also give you the opportunities to do that as well. But if you're going to play crypto, in my opinion, it needs to be short term. All right, let's go to the viewers tab. Here's all of the major markets. We're all up. It was the NASDAQ that was up. It's pulled back off of its session highs, but all of the major indices have hit new all-time highs. All right, next question. This is yes or no. How many of you think that the market will continue to hit new highs coming over the next 2 weeks? I'm going to say 2 weeks. How many? So yes, if you think that the market is going to continue to hit new highs, type a no if you think the market is poised for a pullback. All right. So yes or no. Yes, if you think the market can continue to hit new highs over the next 2 weeks. I'm giving 2 weeks. Or no, the market is not really able to sustain this nice moving uptrend. All right. So I'm figuring I'm going to see a mixture. I don't think I would be on one side or the other. I am still of the mindset that the market, there you go. Bill is like me. I feel a few highs and then a pullback. I think the market needs a healthy pullback. And Rick says FOMO driven. A lot of people missed out early on these runs, on these mega runs on these stocks. And they're still in the same situation. All right. VRT, MOD is still there. And there you go. Lifestyle says mainly. Amir says, I only follow VectorVest. The Fed is coming to the rescue. Ooh. I don't know. Is it the Fed's job to come to the rescue? Think about that. And that's a question that really should separate them from everybody else. Is it the Fed's job to come to the rescue just because? The economy still shows people are working. The GDP, the GDP is up, blah, 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 over and over. We got more stuff that's still positive in the economy that it doesn't need to have a cut. Stacy is right, though. This is an election year, and that should not play a role in his decision. It really should not. All right, so I just look at it that way. Shailesh says a bull trap. We'll see. People are taking money out of 401k to pay for bills. That's not good. That's not good. 3 rates would take the market to the moon. And Eugene, with the market going to the moon, what else goes to the moon, Eugene? All right, just type it in the room. If the market goes to the moon, what else goes to the moon? Somebody type it in the room. Somebody type it in the room, because I know you hear me. If the market goes to the moon, what else goes to the moon? Inflation. Absolutely. Lunar goes to the moon, but it falls down. Lunar goes to the moon and it falls down. And then what happens? We put ourselves right back into the same situation we were in. And it is greed, Akshaya. It puts us right back where we were. And then everybody's going to bitch, moan, and complain about, well, inflation's too high again. And what do we... All right, so I'm just putting that out there. All right, big news stocks. Let's talk about the stocks that you guys are saying that is not in there. Inflation does not follow the market. No, but inflation can move the market. Right, Jeff? Inflation can move the market. And Jazz is right, too. It's only 75 points. They were looking about quarter point. And a lot of the analysts or people that I follow said the 3 cuts would come October, November, December. October, November, December. All right. So now Akshaya says, Glenn, look at Reddit. You are showing no data. So what did I say about Reddit? I said Reddit. I know I'm not showing that, so maybe it didn't start yet. We'll find out in a second. But in order to see these two that just started today, when I go to look at the graph, they have to be looked at in intraday bars. Intraday bars. All right. So we're looking at one day. This is where we kick it. Oh, that's on AVGO. Hold on, let's go all the way down to the bottom of the list. There's Reddit. Reddit evidently still hasn't. Hey, can anybody tell me if Reddit in either account, in any of your accounts, has started to trade yet? I thought I saw that it started trading. But notice that we have it in here today. We have it in here today. We're looking at intraday. Has it? Oh, look at that. Had Reddit. Who's, let's see, not in the mobile app. Yes, IoT has. Yes. Yes, Reddit started trading. So, Akshaya, you said we didn't have it in the system. One, we do. I haven't seen any trading on it in the system, in the VectorVest system as of yet. Glenn might have to have this is real time. I am looking at real time. Dag nabbit. Let's do this. Intraday 5-minute bars current day. Nope. Intraday 10-minute bars current day. Nope. I got no movement yet. Reddit is on Fidelity app. It's actively trading. All right. So from that perspective, Akshaya might have been right, but he wasn't right when he said we didn't have it. We do have it. We do. Akshaya, don't put no huh up there. Where'd you say we didn't have it? We do have it. All right. I ain't trying to hear no huh for you. All right. Let's go to the other one. This other stock this one did start trading. This one started trading on VectorVest today. It did run up. That's Astera Labs. All right. We got it. It is moving, but I got no data. I got no data yet on Reddit. It's here. We have it. I've got no, and Lloyd says it's not trading. Reddit, more than 30 million shares have been traded. Thank you, Ravi. It's moving in trading view. I don't have it yet that it's trading, but we do have it in the database. All right. What other stocks are in the list? CVS. Now I'm going to put this on 3 months. Actually, I thought that it was one of two things that could have happened with the dividend, that the stock was going down and this was a way to get it, or the stock was going up, and which it is. If I draw a freehand line, I got higher lows. It is moving up, got through a level of resistance, and I think with the dividend, it's going to make it a little bit more attractive for people to buy. Shares of social forum giant Reddit opened to Thursday at 47 cents per share, then quickly soared to 55, up 60%, and heavy volume from its IPO from $34 per share. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I still in VectorVest is not showing any trading data yet. I wonder if Angie is here. She might be, she may not be. I'm just curious to know why we're not showing it just quite yet, and that's fine. That does not help when you do have the price for Reddit. Well, for Reddit. Well, first things, Niles, it's in the system. I'll take that. We may not have the trading data yet, but we do have it in the system. And you're right, it may not be helping you right now, but at least it's in the system. I'll try to find out why it's not trading. I'll have an answer for you maybe tomorrow. USO, there's oil, was on a nice bounce. Ryan did a great video on oil's bounce and, its ability. It's dropped down a little bit, but I'm still not concerned. I still own USO. What else is in here? There's Airbus, EADSY. Love the move on it. Since the Boeing debacle, I've got Trigger and I've got Trend, and it's nicely moving up. All right. I love that as an alternative to Boeing. Coin, big wick at the top of today's candle with this Doge news. All right, big wick, a lot of selling pressure. Actually, a shooting star possibly, but a lot more selling pressure than buying pressure. And volume is starting to dry up on it a little bit. Let's go to the next one. This is Micron. They beat earnings. That was the earnings play. Beat earnings. Nicely jumped up high. It's up at 111.29. It's got some buying pressure with a bigger wick at the top, at the bottom than at the top on big volume. I like the play. I like that it got out of this range of this level of resistance. It broke down, tested as a level of support, and then right at earnings, gapped right straight on up. AVGO, good news on it, but watch it. Look at that downward trend. It did break above the downward trend. Look at the selling pressure. Look at the selling pressure. Just be careful with AVGO. All right, just be careful with AVGO. And that was the last stock. Those are my stocks that made the news. Now I'm going to give you some fish, MPI. Give you some fish, some fishy fish. Look at this. Modine is back in the list again. Meta, Synopsys, Arista Networks, and LII Lennox International. Nicely all up today. Look at the relative values and relative safeties. From an NPI perspective, fundamentally sound stocks that are in an uptrend, all buy recommendations. Looking at the earnings growth, looking at the sales growth, they're pretty much in line. I'd like to have stocks that have more sales growth, higher sales growth than earnings growth, but these are fundamentally sound stock. Again, stocks that I want you to keep in a watch list, folks. If you're not going to buy them yet, just keep them in the watch list, and they all are optionable. Oh, you're going to learn about options next week with Jim Penna? These are stocks that you might want to try out some of the stuff that Jim talked about on these stocks because they're all optionable, and this is my first set of fish for you looking at MPI. Midas Touch stocks. I've got 5 or 6. There we go. All of these are up nicely today. Now, notice that these are not fundamentally sound. This is a technical move on these in regards to moves. I'm going to graph these all using the Midas Touch layout, which uses moving averages. All right, let's use moving averages. Graph layout. Where is it? I got the Midas Touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh, baby. Look at this. DTST, nicely moving higher. But again, look at the move on the moving average of RT and on the stop price. Nice early moves back here. Look at that now. Midas, look at this. Swivel. Gosh darn it. Look at these stocks. AXTI, nicely up today. Watch the wicks in some of these. Some of these are giving back some profits. But wow, this is trading right at session highs. Midas Touch stock. Nice 45-degree angle move up. This one, again, this wasn't earnings. No. But big wick at the top. It is giving back, selling off a little bit. But I've got the value of this gap up to play with as a level of support to get out. Big wick at the top. Would I buy it today? Probably not. But these are stocks that are on the rise today. All right. Multibaggers. Guess what? Every week on Trending Thursday, I give you multi-bagger stocks, but this week I'm not because the Friday video is going to give you 3 more multi-bagger stocks. All right, so I've got a video coming out tomorrow. The 6 p.m. video is going to be on multi-bagger stocks. Thus, I did not give you any new multi-bagger stocks in today's list. You've got to watch tomorrow's video at 6 p.m. on YouTube. I'm giving you 3 new multi-bagger stocks. Do you know I've got a couple of stocks? How many of you bought any of the multi-bagger stocks? All right, how many of you have bought any of my multi-bagger stocks from the video that I did back in January? Just type a 1 in the room. If you did not, type a 2. If you did not, multi-bagger is a stock that goes up 100% or more. A multi-bagger is a stock that goes up 100% or more. All right. So anybody who took advantage of some of those stocks, type a 1. If you didn't, type a 2. Because and for those of you who are typing a 2, I'm giving you another opportunity because a couple of the stocks that I did back in January are halfway to multi-bagger stocks, which means they're up 50% already in 2 months. So for those of you, now Jake says he did with no success. Jake, I'm going to show you the stocks that I did in the video and what they've done. All right, I'm going to show you the stocks, what they did. So make sure you tune into tomorrow. All right, but I see a lot of people who said that they did. Stacy said I made lots of SMCI, sold it, bought. I'm going to sell it and buy more. Multi-loser on me, says Jazz. All right, well, just take a look. All right, portfolios. Oh no, I'm not going to show you the portfolio. Let me see portfolios. Nope. I can't show you that because it's got my new stocks in there. All right, but multi-bagger 2, this was a tweak. Look at a couple of these stocks up 20, 30%. Where is Trending Thursday? Where's my Trending Thursday picks? Man, I got rid of everything on the confirmed down call. On the confirmed down call, I got so we're going to see if we could put any new stocks into this portfolio today. We got about 20 minutes. All right, let's go back to the viewers. Today's big movers. I'm giving you some more fish. Big movers today. let's take a look at if any of these stocks are worth it, even though they're moving up today. That's a big move. That was an earnings play. I got a lot more buying pressure than I have selling pressure. I'd keep my eye on that. Wow. Swivel again. SWVL was in another list, and now it's in another list. When I can find a stock that is in more than one list, I pay attention to that. You agree with that? Yes or no? All right. Do you agree with that? If I can go through 2 or 3 different lists and find the same stock show up again and again, that's a stock you keep your eye on. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? I know it's a big, it's not a big wick. The body's still bigger than the wick, but there is a wick. All right. There is, I don't know what is in my throat. Let me clear my throat. All right. So double list stock. I want you to keep your eye on this stock because I'm thinking that someone's going to say later, hey, Uncle Glenn, thank you for this stock. We'll see. We'll see. All right. What else is in this list? Wow. That's a big move. I'm going to change the graph layout, though, to reflect the MPI. I'm not sure I like that, but it's a big move today. And look at that. It's eclipsing, taking some of the big wick at the top away. Something, again, these are just big movers. These are not long-term plays. GoEv, EVs, I'm not a fan of EVs right now. I got a trigger, but no trend. I got trigger, no trend. Sizu, I got trigger, no trend. I'm not feeling these bars either. All right, so that was a couple of more fish for you. We're going to get the customer picks in a minute. With the Fed news, I want to see what's going on. AMD is on my list. It is now. All right, gold stocks, they're not feeling it today. GFI is up, and the dollar is up. If the dollar is up, most likely gold will fall. But GFI is the only stock in my list that's going up today. Oil and gas, let's go see what's going on with that. Oof. Only HNRG is going up. USO, BP, WTI, Boyle, that's natural gas. Well, it's oil and gas. Not a good day for them as well. Somebody made in the comments on YouTube and said, you guys need to pay attention to utilities, to commodities. So I've got a watch list that we'll look at on Thursdays on what commodities are moving. All right. You guys like that idea of looking at commodities on a weekly basis to see what's moving? Yes or no? You guys like that? You guys like that? Just let me know. I think it's a good idea to stay on top of what commodities are moving. All right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And I think that you guys should be on board with that. Look, keeping your eyes on the commodities, whether it's energy, agriculture, corn, wheat, gold, natural gas, oil, precious metals. I like this idea of having this here. I'm not going to look at these graphs today because we got to get ready to look at your stocks, but I will be looking at commodities. And again, it was a comment that was put in YouTube. It says, you guys don't pay attention to commodities. So on a weekly basis and trending Thursdays, we will. The baddest one, though, is natural gas. The only one with a sell recommendation. The only one. This is the most volatile freaking commodity in the world. I think it is. I think it's, anybody agree with that? Yes or no? You try to trade natural gas, whether it's with bold, cold, or boil. Holy smokes. Those are two of the toughest stocks to play. All right. And what was the other one? There was another one. ARM. All right, we're going to take a look at the likes in a second to see how many stocks we can look at. We're sitting at about 244. I went through all my lists. Let's go look at customer picks. Joey, how many likes do we have? I'm going to give you 8 stocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll give you 9. I'll give you 9 stocks. All right, here's your picks for this week. GCT, CELH, MU, NVDA, MOD, VRT, AM. Did I just not put AMD? No, I did not. AM D, comma, new, comma, arm. All right. I got 9 now, but I gave you 9 stocks. All right. I gave you 9 stocks. And we'll see. Palantir is a stock that I do want to look at. I'm going to be a little selfish, and I'm going to put Palantir in. That's because I'm selfish. Well, it's my show. So am I being selfish if it's my show? Yes or no? All right. Am I being selfish if I'm doing the show? Yes or no? I don't know. I don't think that's selfish. Man, of course, as I say that, Palantir is the only stock that's going down. Now it's AMD. All right, let's take a look. Let's go open up a graph of all of these first. View the stock graph. I'll bring that over there, and let's go open up the portfolios. Let's turn this off. Let's go see if we can add some stocks to your list today. All right, put this on a 3-month graph. I would be bearish on MSTR. I would be bearish on it too. All right, NVIDIA. Now, right now, your portfolio doesn't have any stocks. Do you want to put NVIDIA in? Yes or no? Do you want to put NVIDIA in? Yes or no? So you got to type in the ticker symbol and type in the word yes or no. All right, type in the ticker symbol and then put in yes or no. All right, so I'm seeing people put yes. What did I just say? Put in the ticker symbol and yes or no. Sigh. Some of y'all don't listen. Oh, I see some no's coming up. 1, 2, 3. And I got more yeses coming up. All right. Tell you what I would look for. I would look to see it break above the 3-month high. But I got more yeses in here. Joey, you need to help me. Oh, no, you're not selfish. Thank you, Dennis. Joey, help me out here. Am I going with a yes or a no on NVIDIA? Joey said no. All right. So I brought Joey in. Joey said no. So y'all can all yell at Joey if it goes up. Joey, put some of your stocks up there too. Joey ain't got no stocks to give me. Let's go to the next one. Celsius. It still got trigger, but look at the trigger falling. Yeah. What's the JPI, Joey? Now that's funny. Did y'all hear Joey? Did y'all hear what Joey said? Yes or no? Did you hear what Joey said? Oh my gosh. Joey said you got to put the JPI, which is the Joey, what did you say? Perfect indicator? The Joey perfect indicator. I'm getting no on Celsius. All right, let's go to the next stock. How do you calculate the Joey perfect indicator, Joey?
Kind of like the NPI.
Wow. Can y'all hear Joey? Yes or no? Can y'all hear Joey now? Say it again, Joey. It's what?
It's like the NPI, but better.
Okay. NPI, but better. All right. Mod, yes. Everybody's giving yes on Modine. All right. We're going to go put it in. Add a trade. I hate you, Joey. MOD. Get price. Target $1,000. Apply. All right, you got Modine in there. Let's go to the next one. Joey perfect indicator, huh? I got more yeses than no's. What is your take on Lulu and Nike? I don't have enough likes to put those in there, and besides, I got other stocks that would overtake your stocks. NU, yes or no? I like the move, and I like the move on the trigger, still moving up. Little indecision today, but a new 3-month high. Yes or no? Don't hate Joey. I always appreciate Joey Maria. I always appreciate Joey. New, yes, I'm getting yeses on new. Joey, you didn't have to put that up there. You know I love you like a brother. So stop agitating the situation. New holdings. Let's go find the price. $1,000. Apply. Yep. So we got new. We got the new. All right, let's go to the next one. Oof. VRT. Now that's a shooting star after a gap. Is that an earnings play? No. What say you about VRT? I don't like the big candle at the top. VRT, yes or no? NU, we've talked about on the live streams or on the channel. A lot of people have made money for it. A lot of people have made money on it. I'm going to say no on VRT because of the big wick. That's my issue. That's my issue. I'm getting more no's. Southside player, crypto. Of course, you got crypto in your name. You're gonna want to take that. Southside, sigh. All right, I got more no's though, Southside, so I can't take it. All right, let's go to the next one. Wow, ARM. Look at interesting on ARM. We had a wedge. It broke to the downside of the wedge. Ooh, I'm not ready to take this yet. I'm going to say no on ARM. What say you? I'm going to say no on ARM. Kathy says yes. Kathy, really? I got a little bit of channel going on. I'm going to say no on ARM. And I got more no's coming in as well. No, it is SoftBank. Yeah. But what if in ARM? What if you're in ARM? Then I'm going to give you a solid line of support at 123.14. I just eyeballed it. If the stock goes down to 120, below 123.14, I'd probably tell you to take it off the table. Does that help you, Phyllis? Does that help you? All right. That's what I'm looking at. And I just eyeballed that. I think that's a good level of support. All right. No on ARM. Let's go to AMD. No. Now, I got a hammer. I got an update today, but that's a bullish, bearish day. It's bullish because it's higher than yesterday's close. All right? It's higher than yesterday's close, but it's a closed candle, which means the price is lower than the open, and it's trending down. I'm going to say no on AMD. Southside, you just going to go against everything I'm going to say? I think that's what it looks like. Southside players like, man, this dude don't know what he talk about. I'll say, yeah. I don't think SoftBank concerns me with ARM, says Bill. I got you. And Southside players just like, anything Glenn says, it's the opposite. I'm going to say no. I'm getting more no's. Neil says, yes, I got more no's than not on AMD. All right. MU. Yes or no? You see the closed candle, right? Let me see what Southside, what you got to say about this? You going to tell me to go buy this too, MU, Southside? Closed candle. Be careful with that. I love that it beat earnings, but people are taking profits. The stock's price is lower than the high. The open is lower than the open. What's the open? 113.20. It's $3 lower than the open. All right, so I'm with you, Fast Lube Eddie. Wow. MU, let the dust settle. I'm with you on that. All right, Southside says 8 hour just flipped bullish. All right. Listen, we are bullish. Just because the market's bullish doesn't mean everything's going up with it, but we're trying to find the best ones. All right, a couple of more stocks. Where am I at? Palantir. I like Palantir. I own Palantir. I think I do. And I wrote it down. Got a little hammer, little move up. What say you on Palantir? I say no. On Palantir. Not yet. Wow. Ollie broke. You talk about, what's that store? Ollie's? Broke 80 finally. Good stuff. Cheap. Palantir, no. VP says Palantir, yes. You do know it still hasn't gotten back up into this uptrend yet, right? You see that too, right? That was in higher lows. I'm not even back up in there. I'm going to say no. Jake is right. Maybe next week. Let's go see. And it might be coming back into giving me a trigger. Nice up day, but we are lower than the open. All right. I think the last stock in the list, GCT. People were telling me that they lost money in it. How many of you were in that boat that you lost money in GCT? Type of one in the room. Here's the earnings. There's a few people that were like, they were kind of ticked off because they lost money in it. There's the earnings. You know, something long-term, Florida Dream says GCT blows. I look at it this way. Long-term, we got trend. So for those of you who think the stock long-term is going to make money, you're taking a hit, but the MPI is telling me that trend is solidly there, that the trend is solidly there. For the faster investor, the quicker trader, we lost trend, we got trend. We lost trend, and we still a lost trend. So I like the NPI for the purposes of helping both the longer-term investor, but for those of you prior to this earnings, for those of you a little bit faster, look at the trigger kicked on 3.7. You wouldn't have taken nearly as big a loss. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Yes or no? For anybody who's holding a stock and they need a quick way to take profits off the table, the MPI will help you. For those of you who are looking at a stock and you like the stock long-term, the MPI will help you. Folks, this can go for any stock that any of you have. The trend is still there. I'm still taking a hit, but I can feel a lot more confident by way of the MPI to say, I got faith that it's going to go back up. And then having the trigger say, this was a good time to take profits off the table. Let's wait for another opportunity. So the MPI serves purposes both ways. All right. Southside says, if the 3-month and the monthly are bullish, I'm bull. Okay. And that, but Southside, you'd rather be bullish on stocks that are going up. Let me help you with that. This is for you, Southside. You want to find the bullish stocks that are going up. Let's go to aggressive. Let's go best stocks below 20. You want to find stocks in a bullish market that are going up? I like this search. So Southside, this is for you. Southside, this is for you. HRTG. Like it. I got trend and trigger. Look at the graph. I got trend and trigger. Look at the graph. I got trend and trigger. Look at the graph. So Southside, I would never buy, even though this is an aggressive play, I never want to buy a stock on a down day, ever. That's just me. I never want to buy a stock on a down day. Go down the list some more. Man, DTST. There you go, Southside player. TPC. There you go, Southside player. For all you guys out there and gals that are more, aggressive right now, why not use the VectorVest system to be able to find some of those stocks? By the way, if you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest system and you want to be able to do what I just did on the fly to find those aggressive stocks for you aggressive people, if you go to www.vectorvest.com/YT, you can get a trial to VectorVest for 30 days for $9.95. www.vectorvest.com/YT. 30-day trial. All of these searches that I'm looking at right here are in the system. How about Traders Alert? Let's go look at that real quick. Again, I don't know what any of these stocks are going to pop up, but I'm trying to help those people. You're bullish? Let me show you how the system can help you. HRTG shows up again in another search. You pay attention to that. This shows up in another search. You pay attention to that. NVIDIA. Nice move. I'd like to see it take out the 3-month high, though. Wow. EME. Modine. AppLovin. VRT. Watch the wick at the top. Anybody else know something that is that simple to find stocks like that out of 9,000 stocks? Take advantage of the trial. www.vectorvest.com/YT. All right, with that, I don't know which one. Put me on wherever I need to be, Joe. All right, we got to go. We need to see performance of Reddit in the next few days. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. But it made the news. I wanted to talk about it. I see that the majority of you would not trade it just quite yet, and that's fine. But it was news. I wanted to talk about it. All right, I got to go. Did you guys have fun today? Yes or no? Did you guys have fun? I gave you fish. We talked about the news. We talked about what's going on in the market. I don't know what more you want from a YouTube presentation. I don't know what more you want from a YouTube presentation. All right, MU, would you sell? I looked at MU, didn't I? Didn't I look at MU? Did you not pay attention? Did I not look at MU? Joey, they don't need to see this. I'm just looking. Would I sell it? Gosh, dang it. MU. No, I wouldn't sell it. It's got a big gap to fill. I do have wick at the bottom. I got a bigger wick at the bottom than I have at the end. Would I sell it? No. I got trend. I got trigger. But I'd watch it. I didn't say sell it. It's down from the open, but still much higher than the previous day and much higher than the swing high. Nope, I'm not going to sell it. I hate this. One more, SMCI. Joey, they don't need to see this. I'm just looking at it. SMCI. I gave you a hard line in the sand a long time, Amir. The line in the sand that I gave you was right at 864.60. Did it drop below that? If it didn't drop below that, leave it alone. You're already in it. It faded the gap and bouncing off that level of support. All right. There you go. Now I got to go. I really enjoy coming to these live streams. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Let me go. Adios. Thank you for being here, by the way. And again, if you like what you saw today, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. This is what we do every week, every day, every week. All right. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Till the next time, folks. See ya.